Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. It is your coach, your leadership and development coach, Shevvy. And happy Saturday. Awesome. Welcome. As you all come in, let me know your name. Also, let me know what you're doing today. What plans do you have for this beautiful sunny Saturday? All right, so come on in. I am your coach and I'm your leadership and development coach, and I help women develop themselves when it comes to their leadership voices, leading themselves, and also leading their team to create a bigger impact in their business and organizations while having fun in the process. Okay. So if you are tired of leading and nothing is happening, tired of missing an opportunity to grow your business, tired of not getting that promotion, tired of being passed over, then definitely this is a place to be. All right. So definitely come on in, say hello, don't be shy. And today is all about having those difficult conversations that you don't want to have with your team because maybe you're scared, maybe you don't like confrontation. Who knows? But it is so important for you to really know how to go about having those deep conversation to correct behaviors. So your team, members know like, hey, that things are serious and they need to correct their behavior or make some changes, or else guess what? You got to reprimand them. So today is all about how to have difficult conversations with your staff, with your team, with your people. And really understand and kind of ask yourself, why are you afraid to have those difficult conversations? Are you afraid of confrontation? Are you a people pleaser as a leader? You're all about pleasing everyone. Is it because you're scared? You don't want to lose a friend? Because as a leader, you cannot be afraid to have those difficult conversations. Not when you're in charge, not when you're the boss, not when you're the leader, not when you're the manager, not when you're the supervisor. So if you're in any leadership position, you need to understand and apply and know the importance of having difficult conversations with individuals who are not meeting the standards. So I'm going to go over a few things that you can start doing, or actually I'm going to go over a list of things that needs to be in place in order to have those difficult conversations, because you need to. All right. So really understand, okay, why am I not having this conversation? What is holding me back from really correcting this individual behavior? So number one, which is something that you should do from day one as a person come on board within your business or within your, or even if you're the new leader in a new section within your organization, it is your job, your responsibility to set the expectations from day one. Even if you transfer into a new job, even if you're running a business for someone else, like you have to set the expectations for that person or for the team, because when they know like, hey, this is the expectations for Mac leadership and development. And as I hire individuals, like, okay, they know what I expect of them every single day when it comes to the performance, when it comes to the work, the detail of the work, the specific of what they need to do, the quality as well too is very important. So really make sure that you set the expectation, because if you're not setting the expectation in the beginning, that's why it may be very difficult for you to have those difficult conversations about that to that individual. And it can be different topics. It could be maybe this person, say for example, they have a drinking problem and now you're smelling it. So that's part of having a difficult conversation. Sometimes they might bring their relationship issue into the work environment. Again, this is another difficult conversation that you have to have, so that they understand that what goes on in their personal life does not roll into their professional life and bring it into the work environment. And that's when it's so important and so vital for you as the leader to really set those standards and expectations in the beginning. So number one, set the expectations from day one. Number two, have your documentations and bring like pretty much identify what exactly it is that you are going to have a conversation about with that individual. Like really have the facts. Okay, keyword is the facts. Don't just go by what someone is sharing, because that person maybe don't even like that person. So really bring facts to this conversation. Don't bring, hey, this person said so. you need facts. You need evidence to really bring this difficult conversation to this person, because it could be lie, it could be false information. Some of it may be factual, but again, you need to have the facts as the leader. All right. Number three, tell him. Okay. So number three. So number one, set the expectations from the beginning. Number two, have your documentations, have your facts. And number three, inform the individual, like, yes, Shevvy, whoever that person is, Joe, Sam, I would like to have a meeting with you to talk about this topic. Don't beat around the bush. Tell them exactly what is it that you are meeting them for. What is the conversation, with the expectation of, the time frame, whatever the case may be. You need to tell them up front, hey, I would like to talk to you about this specific topic. So they're not trying to figure out what you want to share. As the leader, you don't want to let someone get all panicky or fear, or like wondering, okay, what did I do? No, tell them upfront, this is exactly, hey, I need to talk to you because this is what's going on. So they can prepare themselves as they come into the meeting as well too, because you don't want to be the only one prepared for the meeting and then they come in and they're like, what are you talking about? So again, let them know exactly what this meeting is going to be about. Number four, create the environment. As the leader, you set the environment. You want to set a very safe environment, even when you're having a difficult conversation, okay? So you don't want the individual to feel ambushed. So for example, if you're going to bring someone along to the meeting, you need to make sure that you're informing that person beforehand, like, hey, I'm going to bring James along to the meeting so that he can be in the room, just to make sure that everything that we're saying doesn't go any further than here, or nothing else happen, depending on if you feel like the person is going to react in a violent manner, if you feel like they're going to react in a, get angry, whatever the case may be. But if you need to have someone else there, it's okay. But you need to make sure that you are informing that person, like, hey, this person will be here as well, because you don't want them to walk into the meeting and be looking like, why is this person here? So again, communication is key, because think about the situation if it was reversed. You would want to know exactly what the topic is about and if any other party will be involved in the meeting. So give the same thing that you would appreciate to your team members. All right, number five, share the good and the bad. So for example, yes, you're still having a difficult conversation for something that they did specifically, but you still want to also relate to them what a great job they're doing outside of this one little thing. So I'm going to correct you, I'm going to praise you, but also I'm going to set those standards as well moving forward. So again, let them know what they're doing wrong, but also I'll share the good things that they are doing well also, because that's going to help them help you and them to kind of bridge the gap, and they're not going to feel like you're just bringing all the negative things to them and then you're forgetting about all the great things that they've done for the business or for the organization. So it is very important for you as the leader to create that balance. Be stern, let them know exactly what they did wrong. Okay. You have to let them, but also let them know what they're doing right. And you want more of what they're doing right and less of what they're doing wrong. Okay. That is what you do as the leader. Number six, you want to make sure that you're listening to them as well during the conversation. Yes, you're going to be the one speaking. Yes, you're the one telling them exactly what is going on and what you have observed over the last couple of days, whatever the case may be. But again, as the leader, you still want to hear their response. You want to hear what they have to say to what you are sharing with them, because they want to be heard as well. You want to hear their side, because there might be a missing piece that you're not fully aware of. Maybe they have personal issues going on. Maybe that's why they're not being effective in the work environment. So listen as well. So after you're done having this conversation, this person's already shared, this is what's going on. As the leader, take it in, but also it is your job right now. This is your time to really refocus the person on what they're there to do, refocus the expectations and standards and what they should be abiding by. And that's when you, in that moment, set the expectations of what will happen moving forward. So for example, if this person, is always late, then guess what? You set the expectations to let them know in this meeting, not a day later, not hours later, not next week. No, we have it in this moment, in the conversation, in the room with the other person. You let that individual know, moving forward, this is my expectation for you. If you're always late, guess what? This will be the last time that you are late. If you are late, I need to know exactly an excuse, whether that be a doctor's note. I need a phone call way in advance. I need something, because again, you're now letting that individual know, like, this is no longer acceptable. This is it. Either you get it together, or we're going to have to, create a different path for you, whether that be you're going to release them from the position, or maybe they're going to get written up. Like, you determine what exactly are the consequences if this occur next time. And they need to understand that. You don't want to leave it just open. You want to make sure that, hey, they know before they even walk out that door that, okay, if this happened again, if I'm late, Shevvy's going to do this, this, and this. They need to know that. It's not a threat. This is the standards. This is your expectations for your business, for your organization, for your section, whatever you're in charge of. You are the leader. You set the standards. Okay? So set the expectations moving forward. Number 8, after you get their feedback, you set the expectations. Guess what? You document. You document in a memorandum, a quick email for yourself, and file it, because you should have a personnel file already, and file it into that individual folder, so that at least anytime you need to go back, you have documentation. If you need justification, you have it written out, date, sign. And also what you can do a quick little summary of the meeting, have that person sign, and you sign as well. So both of you are acknowledging that this meeting happened at this date, this time, and this was what was discussed, what happened, and the way forward, and expectations as well. And if they refuse to sign it, that's okay. You sign and put that in the folder so you can have it for your record. And the last, number 9, take this opportunity to observe the individual behavior and how they go about doing business after you had this conversation with them. So as the leader, don't be afraid to have difficult conversation. Yes, it can be challenging at times, dependent on the individual. If you are a very more reserved individual and you have someone that you have to have a conversation with who is very bold, very energizing, that you may feel like, okay, you may feel uncomfortable, but no, I want you to go in there with confidence and be ready to let them know exactly what they did, what you've observed, and what they need to do moving forward, and what are the consequences are if they do not abide by what you set forward moving forward. So again, as the leader, it is your responsibility. So don't be afraid. Show up as yourself, as the boss in your business and in your career. Okay. So today I gave you 9 tips on how to show up and have difficult conversations. So if you are that woman who needs more guidance, more mentorship to develop herself as a leader, as the boss, and have fun in the process without the overwhelm, and just really show up as you, then definitely send me a message, because I am here to help you get to that level, to really show up and lead as yourself and not as someone else, and not be afraid to have those difficult conversations. Okay. All right. So if you would like to work with me, definitely send me a message, because I do have a coaching program, a 3-month coaching program where I guide you, mentor you, and help you to level up as a leader, as an individual, a leader, and also to lead teams effectively. And while we're at it, I do have a free opportunity for you to join me this month on the 17th of April for a free workshop. And during this workshop, it's really focused on you as the leader, because in order for us to really lead others and really develop great teams, like, we have to know how to lead ourselves. And I do have a lot of experience. I have over 19 years of military leadership, professionalism, development, training. So I do have a lot of knowledge, background, resources of leading people, projects, $1 million facilities, events. So I have a lot to share. So definitely join me on the 17th. It's only for 2 hours out of your day, and it's all about development, because as a leader, we're continuously learning and developing ourselves every single day. So during this workshop is going to be for focus, is going to be on identifying your blind spots. And we're not going to hit all of them, but we're going to talk about a few and how you go about working on those and developing yourself into a better leader. We're also going to talk about emotional intelligence, but I'm going to focus on the main one for you all during this training. And it's going to be on the self-awareness piece, because it's so important for us to be truly self-aware of who we are and how we show up for ourselves and the things that may impact us negatively, and how to go about working on those to create self-management, which is another part of emotional intelligence. And we're going to talk about identifying your leadership voice. And I'm going to use The Giant Company, which is a great book that I've read, and it focuses on 5 leadership voices. And we're going to talk about all 5 so that you are able to identify your leadership voice and how you're able to show up and use your voice in your leadership roles and your leadership responsibility. And also look at how you can identify your team leadership voices as well, so that you can create a bigger impact in your business and organization. All right. And the last thing that we're going to focus on when it comes to the workshop is the knowing yourself to lead yourself. And that is so important. Again, this workshop is focused on you as a leader. So if you're looking for something that is simple but effective, then definitely click the link in the description and register today, or share the link with someone that you know is in a leadership position. Maybe they just got promoted. Maybe they just decided they've been in business for a year or 2, and they're hiring their first employee, but they want to start becoming a better leader because they want to learn how to network and connect with other leaders in their field. Definitely this workshop is the place to be, or you can just reach out to me to work with me as well. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment and let me know where you're at and what tip did you like most. And if you find it challenging to have difficult conversations, let me know why in the comments. All right, y'all, have a beautiful day, and I will see you all tomorrow, because I will be live every day for a while. All right. See you all.